This video is coming out pretty late in the day. As I'm recording this is around like 4:15. Usually I record these a lot earlier. And throughout the day, I just didn't really want to record this, and it came up to me forcing myself to record this until I actually recorded it. But today I just want to talk about temptation, and there's gonna be many times in your life, every day, every hour, even really, you're gonna be tempted to do things. You're gonna be tempted to do these things, whether they be small or big. But you're gonna be tempted to do these things. You're gonna be tempted to eat that. You're gonna be tempted to scroll on your phone. You're gonna be tempted to whatever it may be. But whether it be big side of the spectrum, small side of the spectrum, you're gonna be tempted to do a lot of things. And usually, when you're tempted to do things, and afterwards you feel regret, that probably wasn't the best decision. Probably wasn't the best decision. You got tempted into doing that thing, and you ended up feeling worse about it, about doing that thing, because you couldn't resist that temptation. And I kind of struggle with that. I kind of struggle with resisting temptation. You know, we live in the world of instant gratification. Plenty of it, loads of it. It's how we all function. It's how it kind of just came that way. I mean, it's none of our fault. It's none of ours faults. But it's kind of how the world is structured nowadays. Like, there's so many instant sources of gratification, especially with the internet. Like, oh my gosh, I think it's a scroll away from just being pleased. It's a tap away from being pleased. It's a search away from being pleased. But you can easily get pleased in all types of ways through the internet. And throughout the day or throughout your life, you're going to be tempted into doing things that you know are wrong. I mean, starting out with the Bible, Genesis, Adam and Eve in the garden, they're tempted to eat that fruit, apple, and once they do, the whole world just gets flipped right around. They're now aware of the temptations, and that just becomes. I mean, I'm no, like, I wouldn't quote me word for word, like, but that's just a basic story in the Bible, and that's gonna come up throughout your life. You're gonna be tempted to do a lot of things, and you're gonna be tempted to do anything that's gonna compromise what you want, what you actually want. Because, like I've been saying, like, what do you really want? Chances are it's not easy to get. And on the way to doing those hard things, you're gonna be tempted to do a lot of these things. You're gonna be tempted to have that. You're going to be tempted to scroll online. You're going to be tempted to watch porn. You're going to be tempted to do anything. And, like, that's never the way, but it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, to resist that temptation. It's a hard thing to do, to resist that urge. In no way am I saying it's easy. It's hard. It's all hard. I mean, everything you do on a daily basis is hard. Like, going to the gym for me is hard to do, but that's why I do it. Running for me is hard. That's why I do it. Getting in front of the camera might make me uncomfortable. It might make me a little bit unpleasant. That's why I do it. It's hard. Not everyone does it. Staying consistent day in, day out is hard. That's why it's worth doing. Because at the end of the day, or at the end of the year, we're going to look back and we're going to see this whole journey unravel. And I'm just going to be so proud, so fulfilled, so happy that it all happened. And I may be tempted to quit, and I may be tempted to stop. Like today, I was tempted to not record this. That's why I'm recording this so late. And like earlier today, I'm just tempted to not make content. Like, I'm a little bit worn out, whatever you can say, but it's so hard to resist that. And the thing that can help you resist temptation is to take your mind off that thing. Just take your mind off of it. Busy yourself. Do other things. Say you really want to scroll your phone. Replace that with, say, hey, we're going to go for a run right now. It's going to be hard. And it's not easy. It's not easy. None of this is easy. None of it is easy. That's why it's worth doing. That's why it's worth it. None of it is easy. It's easy and instant, and it's so shallow just to resist into that. And, or not resist into that, sorry. It's so easy to indulge in that temptation and indulge in whatever that is. And, like, yeah, we're human. We're all gonna struggle with things like this, and it's so hard to. It's not easy. And, like, when do you feel the most proud? When do you feel the most accomplished? Probably whenever you resist temptation. You look back on that day and be like, this was a very good day. I'm very accomplished. I'm very proud of myself. And to do that, it takes concentration. It takes effort. And throughout your life, you're gonna have these temptations. Like, oh, I should party right now. I really want to do that. Oh, I really want to eat that. Oh, I really want to do that. Oh, I really want to have that quick, instant gratification. I'm telling you right now, it's not worth it. Because what happens after you do that? You feel bad. You don't feel good about yourself. Why? Because it's easy. It's easy to do that. And, like, it's just not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Like, keep going. Keep on doing the hard things. Keep on resisting that. Oh, all your friends are hanging out right now? Yes. I understand. It's okay to do that every once in a while. But you have to resist that. And I'm not preaching a workaholic mentality. Oh, you have to work every second of your life. And I certainly don't do that. Like, there are certainly days, minutes, hours where I'm not productive. And I hate that. I hate that. Because I'm indulging in those temptations. I'm on my phone. I'm scrolling. And that's so easy to do. And I'm just so tired of it. And if you can resist temptation in your life, you will be so much farther ahead of other people. But I don't really like that term either. Because you're not farther ahead of other people. You're further ahead of yourself. Because like I said in the previous video, you're never behind of anyone. You're never behind of anyone. You have your own story. You have your own path. Whether you know that or not. And so if you're resisting temptation, you're slowly becoming the person that you want to be. But I don't know the person that you want to be. The person you want to be may be someone completely different than the person that I would picture as you want to be. Maybe you don't want to be that type of person. But generally, people want the best. People want up here. People want this height of the spectrum. They don't want here, and they certainly don't want here. But what ends up happening, they're looking up here. They're looking up here at this, and they're thinking to themselves that, oh, I can never do that. I can never be that. I can never be that person. And then next thing you know, temptation. They indulge into another temptation. And then they're down here for the rest of their life, stuck in that. And I just wanted to tell you, the main message you get out of this video is just don't give into that. It's not worth it. It's not worth giving into that. You're so much better off not indulging in that and not doing that. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this video maybe brought you some value. If it didn't, then that's completely fine. You can leave a hate comment. You can spread hate for no reason. But I hope you actually got something out of this video. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here with another upload.